Not adopted. The question is on passage of the bill. Those in favor signify so by saying aye. Those opposed, no. Opinion of the chair, the aye. Gentleman from Michigan.
Ask for the ayes and nays.
The ayes and nays are requested. Those requesting the ayes and nays will rise and remain standing. A sufficient number having arisen. The ayes and nays in orders. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 5-minute vote.
And the first of two fiscal cliff bills coming up for a vote in the House. This is the bill that would cancel those planned sequester cuts, the defense budget cuts scheduled to take effect January 1st. It would replace them with cuts in other agencies over the next decade, including $19 billion in domestic spending cuts for this fiscal year. This is a 5-minute vote.
Yeas are 215, the nays are 209, with one member voting present. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. The unfinished business is the question on adoption of the conference report on H.R. 4310, on which the yeas and nays were ordered. The clerk will report the title of the bill.
H.R. 4310, an act to authorize appropriations for fiscal year 2013 for military activities of the Department of Defense, for military construction, and for defense activities of the Department of Energy, to prescribe military personnel strengths for such fiscal year and for other purposes.
Question is on adoption of the conference report. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 5-minute vote.
By a vote of 215 to 209, the House has voted to replace the automatic defense spending cuts, also known as sequestration, due to go into effect at the end of the year, with budget cuts to other agencies. Again, 215 to 209, and the last count on Republicans voting no in that vote were 21. Bob Cusack of the Hill looking ahead to the next fiscal cliff bill, the Plan B bill, that the bill that would raise tax rates for those earning $1 million or more. Looking ahead to that, he tweets that we're moving Representative Sutherland of Florida to no, leaning no category, based on interview today on CNN. Defections or likely defections are up to 25. Again, that bill has yet to be debated and obviously yet to be voted on. The House right now is voting on the Defense Authorization Conference Report, a $633 billion programs and policy bill for the Pentagon for fiscal year 2013. It's a 5-minute vote. If it passes here, it goes next to the Senate.
are 315, the nays are 107. The conference report is adopted, and without objection, the motion reconsider is laid upon the table. The unfinished business is the question on suspending the rules and passing H.R. 3197, which the clerk will report by title.
H.R. 3197, a bill to name the Department of Veterans Affairs Medical Center in Spokane, Washington, as the Mann Grant Staff Department of Veterans Affairs Medical Center.
The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill? So many as are in favor signify so by saying aye. Those opposed, nay. In the opinion of the chair, two-thirds being in the affirmative. Gentleman from Louisiana.
Yes, request yeas and nays, please.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those requesting the yeas and nays will rise and remain standing. Sufficient number having arisen, the yeas and nays are requested. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 5-minute vote.
The third of 5 votes in this series, that's the Defense Authorization Conference Report for fiscal year 2013, passing by a vote of 315 to 107. Going back to the previous vote, the first of 2 fiscal cliff bills, the bill that passed was the bill that replaces the automatic spending cuts, the defense spending cuts, known as sequestration, due to go in effect at the end of the year. And looking at our Fiscal Cliff webpage, cspan.org/fiscalcliff, lots of reaction. Ben White from Politico tweeting saying, does this sequester vote guarantee a Plan B passage? Seems awful tight. Well, our Capitol Hill producer Annie Tin reports the final tally in that vote in the spending reduction bill was 215 to 209, with 1 member voting present. 21 Republicans voted against the bill, and no Democrats voted in favor. And a couple of additional tweets on that. Russell Berman of The Hill on that vote tweets that Republican Rob Bishop of Utah voted present on sequester replacement bill. Chad Pergram of Fox, who covers Congress, says the House passes sequester replacement 215 to 209, 1 present, Rob Bishop, and 21 Republican nays. The R's could lose 25, switch 3, and it's a tie, which fails, talking about the closeness of that vote. Again, the Plan B vote still to come. Debate on that bill, Speaker Boehner's proposal, still ahead on the House floor.
17, the nays are 1 2/3.
Bishop of Georgia, right? Mr. Bishop of Georgia. Mr. Bishop of Georgia votes aye. Okay. Mr. Schuster. Aye. Mr. Schuster votes aye. Mr. Rush. Aye. Mr. Rush votes aye. Mr. Rangel. Green. Mr. Rangel votes aye.
On this vote, the yeas are 421, the nays are 1 2/3 being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion reconsider is laid upon the table. The unfinished business is the question on suspending the rules and passing H.R. 6443, which the clerk will report by title.
H.R. 6443. A bill to designate the facility of the Department of Veterans Affairs located at 9800 West Commercial Boulevard in Sunrise, Florida, as the William Bill Kling VA Clinic.
Question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill? So many as in favor signify so by saying aye. Those opposed, nay. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. 2/3 being in the affirmative. Gentleman from Michigan.
Can I ask for the yeas and nays?
Yeas and nays are requested. Those requesting the yeas and nays will rise and remain standing. A sufficient number having arisen. The yeas and nays are ordered. The members will record their votes by electronic devices. Will be a 5-minute vote.
And there will be one more 5-minute vote after this. Then the House will move on to an hour of general debate on Speaker Boehner's Plan B tax measure on the fiscal cliff, a bill that would raise rates for those earning $1 million a year or more. An hour of general debate. A lot of reporters obviously keeping an eye on how that vote might go. John Stanton, who is the bureau chief of BuzzFeed in Washington, says that Representative Mulvaney, standing firm in opposition to Plan B, allegedly the entire South Carolina is also opposed to it. That from John Stanton. Other reporters, Ed O'Keefe of the Washington Post watching the vote this evening. He tweets, the GOP whipping efforts continue. Kathy McMorris Rogers seen speaking at length with Representatives Labrador, Scott, Chaffetz, and others on the House floor. You can keep track of some of those tweets at our website, cspan.org/fiscalcliff, and use that hashtag FiscalCliff if you'd like to comment.
Yeas are 422. The nays are 0, 2/3 being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. The unfinished business is the question on suspending the rules and passing S 925, which the clerk will report by title.
Senate 925, an act to designate Mount Andrea Lawrence.
The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill? So many as in favor say aye. Those opposed, nay. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, 2/3 being in the affirmative.
Speaker, I request the ayes and nays.
Gentleman from Michigan requests the ayes and nays. The ayes and nays are requested. If those in favor of a vote by the ayes and nays will rise and remain standing. A sufficient number having arisen. The ayes and nays are ordered. Members record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 5-minute vote.
It'll be the last vote in this series, and ahead an hour of general debate on the Plan B measure on the fiscal cliff, which would raise tax rates for those earning $1 million or more per year. An hour of debate and a vote sometime after that. Keeping an eye on some of the tweets, folks watching the votes this afternoon. Stevie Ray says the only thing that the House can agree on unanimously is renaming veteran centers. If you want to tweet and send us a comment, that hashtag is FiscalCliff. The web page is cspan.org/FiscalCliff.
The yeas are 408. The nays are 7. Two-thirds of those voting in the affirmative, the bill is passed and the motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the House will stand in recess subject to the call of the Chair.